Alright, welcome back for part 2. We just got our descent instructions to go down to 21,000 feet, which we'll do. You see we're still dealing with the oscillation roll problem, which hopefully will be fixed soon. We'll set 21,000 on the altitude selector, and we will switch over to knots units, and we'll begin our descent. Descend at 2,000 feet per minute. As I mentioned in part 1, we're landing at runway 1 left in Kansas City, KMCI, Kilo Mike Charlie India. So we'll set our ILS frequency for runway 1 left, which is 110.5. We'll set nav 2 for the VOR at KC, which is 113.25, 113.25. We'll make those inputs, and then we will back up and we'll set our bearing 1 to nav 2, and no, sorry, bearing 1 to nav 1, bearing 2 to nav 2. We'll see, you see MCI right there, Mike Charlie India, 85.1. That's how far we are from the VOR DME. Our approach into Kansas City today takes us southeast, then south-southeast, and then we'll make a big, nice U-turn to head north to land at KMCI, Sipri, Dashi, Wumpao, and Misser. Those are our waypoints on approach. There's another one called Jersey, which I'm not seeing. There it is, Jersey. Anyway, this is one of the prettiest approach plates I've seen in Flight Sim. Courtesy of the FAA. At Sipri, we want to be at 6,000 feet. At Dashi, 5,000 feet. At Wumpao, 4,000 feet. At Misser, 3,000 feet. And at Jersey, 2,600 feet. The distance between each of these waypoints is 5 kilometers, 3.1 nautical miles. So when we get to Sipri, the distance between us and the airport is 3.1, plus 3.1 is 6.2, plus 3.1 is 9.3, plus 1.3 is 10.6, and then a further 4.9 miles from Jersey to the airport. So we're looking at about a 15-16 mile final, which is nice. I like long final approaches. They give you flexibility. 27.9. That's the 3 hours. Big. So you see we're still rocking back and forth. Irritating, I know. Bothers me too. Showing 90 miles from the airport, so and still and now at 25,000 feet, so we don't need to descend quite so much. Continuing to BOWLR Bowler. Nice weather in Kansas City. I mean, I think it. I mean, for late December, it's like 45 degrees. Clear skies. 46 degrees, clear skies. Winds. It is windy though. West-northwest at 17 miles an hour, so it's windy. And as I look at our tailwind, 98 knots. This was during this flight. It was as high as 130 knots. We are picking up some ice right now. You see this? Go ahead and get our anti-icing equipment on.
Kansas City Center, Alaska 1208 is out of flight level trade flight 0 for 10,000 feet. Alaska 1208, Kansas City Center, continue as planned.
Screenshot. Anyway, Start slowing.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 1 right approach by a spicy transition. Cleared to spicy frontier flight 330 heavy.
Frontier
City
330.
Center, generic Golf Alpha Juliet.
Interesting, they called it 330, Frontier 330 Heavy. I don't think Frontier operates any heavies. Well, what do you know? Heavies are the big planes, you know what I mean? The A380s, the 747s, so forth. Dreamliners. It's leveling out at 21,000 where they told us to go. Down to 13,000, says the 3 Bravo. That's a good day.
Descend and maintain 13,000 feet, Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
So we'll set 13,000 on the altitude selector. Keep that descent going, conservatively though. "70 miles from the airport right now." So according to the normal approach procedures, we'd be at 21,000 feet and beautiful, 20,700. So that's nice. Set our descent at 1,500 feet. We'll continue slowing. The left-right roll oscillation will begin to settle down as we continue descending. St. Joseph, Missouri. I think it's in Missouri. I don't know. I've never been to this part of the country. I was thinking I've been very lucky when it comes to weather. I mean, we have yet to land in a blizzard. In point of fact, the most exciting weather we've had, as I can recall, was that frozen fog in Walla Walla, Washington. I love this plane. Look at it. I mean, this thing's been all over the world. Oh, she's so pretty. Gotta love it. Do I see somebody in there? I think I see somebody in there. Look at that. What a plane. 60 miles out now. Expect to be about 18,000 feet. We're at 18,700. That's perfect because the airport elevation is 1,027 feet. So I learned that lesson yesterday going into Rapid City. You must include the airport elevation into your descent expectations.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey, QR3, 2 miles northwest. Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 1 left approach by CYPRE transition. Cleared to CYPRE.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Bravo Whiskey descend and maintain 6,000 feet.
6,000. Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Frontier flight 330 heavy contact Kansas City approach.
So it's not a coincidence that we've been cleared down to 6,000 feet because at Cypri,
6,000 feet, expect ILS runway 1
Cypri,
approach by a CYPRE transition.
CYPRE, Charlie Yankee Papa Romeo Echo, you need to be at 6,000 feet. So that's why they're clearing us down to that.
Maintain present heading and altitude, Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
No, I'm not going to maintain my present heading and altitude. I mean, I'll maintain the ad heading, but I'm not going to maintain the altitude, silly. Maybe it's a reference to maintaining the present altitude instruction, which is 6,000 feet. Nearest altimeter is 2984 according to Betty, so we're below transition altitude. We'll sync that in. Let's see, 2984. Wow, 3031. That's way off. Not so sure about that. Of course, keep in mind that Betty recommends or refers you to the nearest altimeter to your airplane. It's not necessarily the altimeter at your destination, so that has to figure into your analysis. 48 miles out now. Want to be at 15,000 feet at 50 miles out. We're at 16.3, so we'll increase our descent rate a little and we'll slow down just a bit too. Sounds like they got busy skies over KC today.
Going to 123 decimal 8 Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey. Kansas City Center Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey is at 15,800 feet, descending 6,000 feet.
Cypre. There's the Missouri. That's the Missouri River, by the way. It's funny, they stopped calling it CYPRE. They started calling it Cypre. Interesting. I wonder why. Keep slowing. Probably about 10 minutes now from touchdown. Wheels down. $14,100 feet, 40 miles out. 40 miles typically you'd expect to be at 12,000 feet, 2,000 feet above that. But remember, the airport's at an elevation of 1,027 feet. So already entered our minimums of 1214, 1,214 feet. It's looking good right now. Already getting glide slope information, so that's good. So we have VOR information coming in from IDOT, India, Delta, Oscar, Tango. That's the VOR frequency. I'm sorry, that's the ILS frequency. That's why it starts with an I. MCI, which is the code for Kansas City, 16.3 nautical miles. Again, that does not mean that we're 16 miles left on our route. It means we're 16 miles from the airport. 2095 Cessna 301 Whiskey today.
120.905 for Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
30 miles out, 34 miles out now. Continue
Kansas
slowing.
City approach Cessna November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey is at 11,900 feet, descending 6,000 feet.
Nice day.
November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey, Kansas City approach. Continue to Cypre as planned. Altimeter 30.31.
3031. Interesting. 3031. Altimeter changed. Looks like, well, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Betty has the altimeter is considerably lower, but that's not at the airport necessarily. That's just nearest to our airplane back when she gave us that info. Okay, we're at 10,005. We got to start slowing here. We're going to have to use the speed brake, I think. Yeah, we are. It's okay. That's why it's there. Let's see it deployed right there. Delta 1328. We'll have to look that up later. They're coming in as well. 30 miles out, 9,600 feet, 700 feet. That looks good. Continuing to slow. You see here we are on the MFD. You see what we have ahead of us is a big left turn. We'll turn off our bank limiter now.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, contact Kansas City Center on 123.8.
23.8 says so here. Obviously.
330 heavy descent and maintain 5,000 feet.
Going to 123.8.
Airports.
Kansas City Center Cessna November
Looking.
4 Tree Bravo Whiskey
Don't
is
see it yet.
8,600 feet, descending 6,000 feet.
Cessna November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey, Kansas City Center. Continue to Cypre as planned. Altimeter 30.31.
You see this white diamond coming up? That looks good. Now we're in the midst of our left turn now.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
It's at 195.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Speed brake.
Landing
Wait
gear.
for this throttle to
Landing
come up
gear.
as a result.
Landing gear.
There it is. All right, everything's going swimmingly at this point. Again, as per usual, we'll get to the top of this arc. Right here, let's zoom in. Get ready to switch over to nav 1 on the nav source and then approach, because we are doing an ILS approach. 24 miles out, 6,900 feet, looking really good. Slow our rate of descent to 700 feet per minute.
Maintain 5,000 feet.
Down to 5. Again, it's a nice stepped approach. 6,000, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, and then 2,600 at Jersey. So again, this is very handy. And then some approach plates don't give you a lot. They just don't give you a lot. This one gives you a lot, so that's nice. Okay, we're in the midst of that left turn. We're going to continue slowing. We're going to do 1 notch of flaps, set 180, and we'll activate the APPR, but not until we first.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, contact Kansas City approach on 120.905.
Okay, good. Looking really, 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 really good.
0.905 Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey. Kansas City approach Cessna November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey is at 6,200 feet.
There's the airport.
5,000 feet.
There's our runway, right there. 1 left.
Cessna November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey, Kansas City approach. Continue to Doshi as planned.
Landing lights are on.
Altimeter tree 0.3.
You see we're coming in below the glide slope. There's the...
Delta 1328 descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
5,000 was our descent instruction. But now that we're just about to intercept the localizer,
3,000 feet, Delta 1328.
I don't want to get hung up there. So I'll set our altitude at 1,400. Excuse me. Yeah. No, 1,200. Excuse me. Those are the minimums. 12, 14. Okay. All right. I'll set 1,300. Okay. You see how this green diamond's coming down? As this green diamond continues to sink, this white GS will turn green. In the act of intercepting the localizer. Everything's going great. It's clear that we'll have to make a right turn off of the runway, just based on the runway layout, the airport layout. You see? There's nothing off to our left. We'll have to go right.
1328, you are 900 miles southwest of Kansas City. Contact International Tower on 125.7.
Somebody else is on final. You heard that reference to Delta. I think that's that guy right there. I think he's going to 1 right. Let's continue our deceleration.
Tower on 125.75.
15 miles.
1328.
5 minutes, 20 seconds. This green diamond's continuing to drop. This white GS will turn green as we intercept the glide slope.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Kind of anticipated that.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
It's funny we haven't been handed off the tower yet. Expect that'll happen shortly. Just about to intercept the glide slope. Watch. As this drops. Come on. I do expect this to. Right about now. Come on. There it goes. Perfect. Man. I'm getting better at this. All right, gear down and flaps. Watch this. Look how beautiful this is. Watch this.
Landing gear.
There they go. Oh, I just love it. Nice. Okay. And we're all lined up. Looking really, really good. There's the runway.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
It's funny, they're still giving us descent instructions. I mean, we're only 11 miles from the airport. They haven't handed us off the tower yet.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
It's part of that stepped descent I mentioned. 5, 4, 3, 2,600. I mean, it's pretty... very specific. There is an aircraft in front of us. He looks like he's at the far end of the runway, maybe, if I'm looking at it right. It's dump pressure. What the hell? Are you seeing what's happening here on this? Oh, I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look at that. I don't know what you just. I don't know if you saw what I just saw. This started bouncing around like crazy. I got almost shit myself. Because everything outside the window looks great. Let's turn off our anti-icing equipment. Leave the pitot heat on. Confirm landing lights are on. Confirm gear is down. We'll do one more notch of flaps. And we'll slow us down to 150.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, you are 900 miles south of Kansas.
There we go.
Contact International Tower on 125.75 when inbound on the approach.
Good, good, good.
Tower on 125.75 Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Okay, we'll contact tower. There's the Missouri River.
International Tower Cessna November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey 8 miles south inbound ILS runway 1 left approach.
It's really going great right now.
Cessna November Tree, 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey International Tower. Cleared ILS, runway, 1 left approach. Altimeter, 29.82, wind 288 at 24.
2982. Wow, did the altimeter ever change?
Cleared ILS runway 1 left approach Cessna Tree Bravo.
Sounds like Betty was right. Oh, look at that view for the passenger. Fantastic. Ah, I just love it.
Cessna Tree, Bravo Whiskey cleared to land runway 1 left. Wind 288 at 24.
Clear to land, 1 left, says the Bravo Whiskey.
Cleared to land runway 1 left Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Oh my god, I just want to keep looking out the window. Okay, let's get our speed slightly up, about 2 more knots. There's the outer marker indicator. Auto throttle disconnected. Airspeed's good, 152. Let's calibrate the throttle. There we go. Reconfirm gear down. It's the one thing I check and check and check and check and check. Gear down. Totally aligned. Runway 1 left. CDI confirms that. Right there. It's perfect. Okay, we're looking really good.
Final runway 01 left.
Wait for the 500 call out. Altitude looks good. See the poppies? 2 whites, 2 reds. Really looks good. Everything looks fantastic right now. Kansas City right in front of us. Hour and 7 minutes in. Beautiful sunlight. Beautiful December day, late December day in the Midwest.
500.
Here comes the call out.
500.
Autopilot.
Autopilot.
I have the airplane. Airspeed's good. 1 left confirmed. 2 and 2. Middle marker. Ooh. Sorry. Whoa, 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 whoa! Holy smokes. Sorry, okay. Let me just collect myself.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey contact ground on 121.65.
Whew! Alright, so the landing was kind of hard, and then, I don't know if it was the wind. Oh, look, look. Tailwind. Tailwind. But you know what I saw? I saw another plane. Yeah, look at this guy. See this guy? He's taxiing out right now. So it was the correct runway. Let's bring those spoilers in. flaps. Anyway, I don't know if you saw what I saw, but it felt like we were kind of, after we landed, we kind of rocked a little bit left. We stayed on the runway, no problem. We didn't go in the grass. I think that happened in where? I don't know. One of my recent flights, my left tire went into the grass a little bit. It's kind of embarrassing. Hey, I'm honest, if nothing else. I do not edit this stuff. Anyway, okay. We're safe on the ground in KC. Let's go to ground and taxi to parking.
International Ground Cessna November 34 Bravo Whiskey. Request taxi to parking.
All right.
Cessna November 34 Bravo.
Zoom in here on the MFD.
General aviation parking using taxiway Echo.
Yeah. That's a nice,
Taxi
reasonable
to
place to
general
have exited.
aviation Parking via taxiway Echo Cessna Tree Bravo
Okay.
Whiskey.
Well, that was an exciting landing. Yeah, I don't know that it necessarily comes through on the videos, but you know, I've got these headphones on right now, and man, when those wheels hit the ground, it's noticeable. On the upside, we did not bounce. So there's something to be said for that. Oh, and thank goodness we don't have a long taxi today. Oh man, we're right on top of our parking space. Works for me. And we actually have a flashlight guy today. Those taxi lights off. Here's our guy. Give me the X. Perfect. Hey, that was actually really good. Normally I have to constantly fix stuff. Start our when I park, you know, I stop too soon or I was going too fast or whatever. Anyway, we're good. Okay, stop that. So an hour and 70-minute flight then. 70-minute flight from Rapid City down to KC. Let's go outside real fast, just say goodbye. There we are. Safe on the ground in Kansas City. Oh, there goes that big boy. See him? He's the one we passed. Ooh. Just watching him. That's a real player, not a AI. Can tell. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what to attribute that weird roll to the left that we experienced once we landed, other than to maybe a gust of wind from it came from this direction, from the left rear. But regardless, we're safe on the ground and parked now happily. And this was great. Another great flight. 70 minutes or so. That's how I'm going to write it up. Okay. Parking brake's on. So we'll kill that right engine, and then that's going to drop us to the logbook screen. So that'll be the end of this fun. No? Oh, you never know what to expect in this sim, I swear. Sometimes, I wonder what the common... What is it that makes it not drop to the logbook screen when I shut down both engines? Sometimes, but it makes me drop to the logbook screen when I shut down both engines other times. Isn't that curious? It's strange to me. Anyway, now, well, that allows us to do a full shutdown procedure, which works for me. Already shut down our, well, let's shut down our lights. And we'll finish, we already got our engines shut down. And we'll go ahead and turn off the generators. And the batteries. Okay. There we are. Nice day in Kansas City. Oh, how I love this game. All right. Local time, Kansas City's 4:11. 4:11 in the afternoon. So that's it. Thank you, friends. Glad you could join us. We'll see where we head next. I don't know. But wherever it is, it'll be grand. Have a good one.